It started like any other afternoon. Demetrius Meaty Brown Jr., bundled in a hoodie, leaned back in the driver's seat of his parked car and went live on Facebook. It was his way of checking in, cracking jokes, and staying connected. But within minutes, his casual live stream would become a lifeline, because before he could end the stream, he was handcuffed and dragged from his car at gunpoint. The footage is still online. Meaty laughing, glancing at the screen, mid-sentence when suddenly, sirens rise and the screen jolts as police cruisers swarm his vehicle. Officers leap out, guns raised. A voice shouts, "Get out of the car! Hands up!" Viewers watch in real time as Meaty's smile collapses into panic. He raises his hands, confused, and blurts out, "What did I do? This a mistake?" But by then, it was too late. They'd already grabbed him and clamped cold cuffs around his wrists. In the stream, you can see his phone slip sideways as he's pulled from the seat. His body is shoved against the hood of the car. His hands are locked behind his back. You can hear him pleading off screen, his voice shaky, heartbroken. "This can't be real. I didn't do nothing, man. I'm live right now. Ask them. I'm live." But the officers weren't listening. They didn't care he was live streaming, they had already made up their minds. They said he matched the description of an armed carjacker who had just struck nearby. They didn't ask him where he'd been. They didn't check his phone. They didn't notice the timestamp on the stream, showing he'd been online, sitting in the same spot, long before the crime even happened. Still cuffed, Meaty sat in the back of a squad car as hundreds of people began flooding his comments section, horrified. They got the wrong guy. "This is insane. He's been live the whole time." But in the real world, Meaty was silent, hands still bound behind him, legs squeezed into the back seat, the cuffs biting into his skin. One officer asked if he had any weapons. "No," Meaty said, barely able to lift his head. "I got a phone, and y'all on it right now." Even then, they didn't uncuff him. The live stream kept rolling, now tilted sideways against the car floor. The camera caught only Meaty's ankles and the glint of handcuffs, but it was enough. Enough for people to start. Screen recording, sharing, tagging news stations. Enough to start something much bigger than Meaty or the cops could have expected. But Meaty didn't know that yet. He was just a man in cuffs, taken from his car, denied a voice, and tossed into the system all while the proof of his innocence was still streaming. Live to the world. For the next 12 hours, Demetrius Meaty Brown Jr. remained in handcuffs, processed through the system like any other suspect. Mugshot. Fingerprints. Holding cell, they booked him for armed carjacking, a felony that could have ended his future before it even began. But outside the precinct, a different storm was brewing. And it all centered on one thing: the live stream he recorded while being handcuffed. The clip exploded on Twitter first. "Bro just got arrested on live and he didn't do anything," one user tweeted. Attached was a 37-second screen record showing Meaty's terrified face seconds before officers yanked open his car door and forced his hands behind his back. You could see the cuffs clamp on mid-sentence. Within an hour, the video had 500,000 views. Free Meaty was trending by nightfall. On TikTok, creators stitched the footage, zooming in on his wrists, bound tightly behind his back, matching the timestamp to the reported time of the crime. "How is he a suspect when he's live the whole time?" one user asked, pointing to the stream overlay. Others weren't asking, they were furious. They cuffed the wrong man and the proof was in their face. Inside the jail, Meaty still wore the same cuffs, unsure if anyone even cared. He'd told the officers about the live stream. He'd begged them to check his phone. He'd even asked one of the booking agents to let him pull up the Facebook app to show the timestamp. No one listened. They saw his name, saw the description, saw his skin and kept the cuffs on. Outside, the media picked it up. Local Detroit outlets aired clips of the arrest that night. News anchors played the video frame by frame. Meaty's hands raised, his voice cracking, cuffs locking around his wrists. They brought on legal experts who shook their heads in disbelief. If the police had taken 60 seconds to look at his phone, This man wouldn't be sitting in a cell right now, one attorney said. And yet he is. Public pressure mounted. Comment sections swarmed the Detroit Police Department's social pages. Activists showed up to the station with signs reading, "Free Meaty," and "Fact check before cuffs." That night, a detective finally reviewed the live stream in full. Every second of it confirmed what Meaty had said while still in handcuffs. He'd been in that Karen camera meals away during the time of the crime. By morning, they let him go. But not before asking him to sign paperwork, not before having him sit through more questioning, and not before leaving deep red marks on his wrists where the cuffs had dug in for hours. Meaty walked out with tired eyes, a hollow voice, and the weight of 12 hours that felt like 12 years. News cameras caught him stepping out still, rubbing his wrists, still asking why it took the internet to clear his name. "I told them I was live. I told them over and over. They didn't care. All they saw was a match and they threw the cuffs on." The live stream that captured his wrongful arrest and handcuffing in real time wasn't just evidence, it was the only reason he was free. The cuffs came off, but Meaty never forgot the feeling of steel digging into his skin for 12 hours straight. The world now knew he was innocent. The stream had saved him. But the damage was already done. His face in cuffs, that terrified look frozen in Bodycam stills and social media thumbnails, was now public record. Viral justice had freed him, but it had also branded him. He filed a lawsuit within weeks. His legal team laid out the timeline. Time-stamped live stream footage, the officer's failure to verify an alibi, and the psychological toll of being handcuffed in front of the entire internet for a crime he didn't commit. His lawyers didn't mince words. This wasn't just wrongful arrest, they said. This was a digital age failure, caught on camera and still ignored in real time. As the case gained traction, the focus kept circling back to that one moment, when officers pulled open the car door and locked Meaty's wrists behind him. That image was seared into the public's memory. Protesters held it on cardboard signs. YouTubers used it as thumbnails. Commentators paused the clip over and over on the frame where Meaty turns, shocked, seconds before being cuffed. Detroit PD issued a statement admitting procedural errors. 2 officers were retrained. A supervisor was moved off the street. But to Meaty, it wasn't about policy. It was about what it felt like to be silenced, to yell out your innocence, and still be dragged away with your hands behind your back. His mental health took a hit. He stopped going live for months. "Every time I hold my phone now, I remember I was holding it when they took me," he said. The very stream that freed him had also captured the moment he lost trust in the system. In fairness, in being seen, he said sometimes he dreams of sirens. Other times he just dreams about the cuffs. Despite the trauma, Meaty leaned into activism. He began speaking at community events, showing the footage to young people, and telling them to always film everything. "This right here," he said once, holding up his phone, "is the only reason I'm not locked up right now. They had me in cuffs and didn't even want to hear me out. But y'all did. The people did. The settlement was sealed. The officers kept their jobs." But the video of Meaty in handcuffs never went away. It became part of police training videos. Law schools used it in lectures. TikTok creators re-edited it with captions like, "What if he hadn't been live?" The story remained a stark reminder. Your freedom can hinge on whether your camera keeps rolling. To this day, Meaty's cuffs are remembered more than his voice. That might be the cruelest part. His hands were behind his back. His face was full of fear, but it wasn't until strangers, thousands of them, watched him live and shouted back through their screens that anyone stopped to ask, "What if he's telling the truth?" The footage didn't just expose a failure, it revealed a system built to move fast, not think twice. A system where someone can be arrested, cuffed, and silenced on camera and still not be believed. Until now.